Hello there, everyone. Pearl Jr. here. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing great today. Of course, stays all day Shay. Let's do work and play because everybody has skin. Which one is this? This one is the Spice Bomb, okay, which is made by the makers of Flower Bomb, except it's very spicy. It smells like a lot of spices. It's good. And it picks up your smell really good, guys. Gotta order some. Then you got nice, luscious skin. It's 63-year-old skin, y'all. Not bad, not bad. Look at that. Glows. Okay? All right, guys. And your skin can glow and look great, too. Use shea butter every day, okay? All right, guys. So you go to my website, the Skin Butter Store, or come on in to the Skin Butter Store at 11107 Burbank Boulevard in North Hollywood, or order at theskinbutterstore.com or stays with an S all day, Shea, which is SHEA.com. All right, guys. Okay, Cecil and I were talking, and I know that there's a lot of new people here, right? Haven't been with me since 2005, right? I think I started the Michael Jackson website in 2006. Okay, so 20 years. Oh my God. If there was nothing to report, I would not be here for 20 years. Okay. Oh, also see my arm. See my arm. See that great skin on my arm? That's great too. All right, guys. All right. But anyway. And Cecil and I were having a conversation about Jermaine, right? And, you know, because I'm going to talk about Jermaine. And I'm sorry, Susan, that I kind of offended you by using the P-U ampersand Y word, okay? But we can handle it every now and then for me to be just a little spicy. Just me be a little, what do you call it? A little dicey. Kind of, instead of being such as L7 square. I'm busting out of my L7 square. That was Rick James back in the day. L7 square. Okay, got it. All right. But anyway, and me and Cecil were talking, right? And I was talking about Jermaine and what happened, which we're going to get into. And then that led me to talk about Randy and how I had Randy's phone number and how not once did I ever think to call Randy for anything other than trying to get some, help the Jacksons in some kind of way. I remember I had called him. Okay, how did I get Randy's phone number? How did I get Randy Jackson's phone number? You know what, y'all? It's still in my phone. I looked it up today for the first time. Randy's phone number is still in my phone. It's a 310 number, and I might call it, but it can't be good after, I think he gave it to me in 2000. It was Barack Obama was running for president. So it had to be 2008 is when I had the number. So I'm just moseying along, and I'll tell the story real quick. And I just watched some Spike Lee movie, and I was doing my shopping, and I went through the 99-cent store, and I see this red Porsche, right? And I'm like, and as I go up to it, I'm like, is that Randy Jackson in that Porsche? Oh my God, sitting in the parking lot of the 99-cent store, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe Randy Jackson is freaking in the parking lot of the 99-cent store, just chilling, right? So I say, you know what? I ain't going to bug him. I'm going to go in the store and I'm going to do my shopping. And when I come in, if he's still here when I come out, then it's meant for us to talk. And he was. Okay. So I go up to the car and I am like, hi, Randy. Hi, how are you? And we talk and he's like, hey, what's your name? Blah, blah. And I said, we're going to get Barack Obama elected president. He said, yeah, we sure are. Or something, but I told him it was going to happen, okay? Because we got the best candidates we've ever had in Barack Obama, and we was going to make it happen. And so we talked about that for a while. And then we talked about Michael, of course, and I told him that I was credentialed media at the 2005 trial. And for whatever reason, he decided to give me his phone number. And I remember I had the old time flip phone, and it was pink, but it was beat up. I was so ashamed, right? It was beat up, it was scratched up and everything. So he gave me his phone number and he said, be sure to call it, so make sure you have it. So I called him, he answered, so I had his phone number, right? And we talked for a little while, and that was that. And he left, and I went on my way going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? Anyway, so Cecil and I were just having a conversation, and Randy came up, and I just thought about Randy, and I had called him for the John Vaccaro stuff, that man that had Michael's, the Jackson's stuff from the storage locker that he had won in a lawsuit that he had against the Jacksons for some signed guitars, but Michael wasn't involved, but he had all kinds of stuff. And I was trying to talk to Mr. Vaccaro about giving the stuff back or negotiating a deal. And so I called Randy and I said, I talked to Mr. Vaccaro, via, I think it was YouTube. I think I have the messages somewhere. And he said, yeah, he's willing to talk to him. So I called, Mr. Vaccaro got back with me, and I called Randy and had to leave a message. And I said that, he's willing to talk about getting the stuff back, right? This was 2009. I think this was May 2009. And the other time I called Randy was Death Announcement Day. Oh my God, what a horrible day. What a horrible, 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 horrible day, right? I called because it was, I was like, oh my God, there's an ambulance at Michael's house. Oh my God. So I called because Linda told me that there was an ambulance there, and I had to leave a message. And I was on my way driving there, and I decided to call Randy and leave a message. Of course, he never got back with me. It was a big day, right? Big day. No matter if death, hoax, death, it was a big damn day, right? So he didn't get back with me, but that reminded me, somebody had sent me this image. And we're going to travel a little bit back in time. And they had sent me this image. Where is it? I posted it. Don't tell me I'm getting, hold on. It's here. The image is in here. I thought I just posted it. I thought I had just posted it. I did post it. Where'd it go? I did post it. Where is that image? Oh, here it is. Okay, I knew I posted it. Okay, who remembers this? Okay. This is supposedly someone with a camera looking through the gates of Carolwood. Okay, looking through a crack in the wood or a crack somewhere of Carolwood. And that is supposed to be Michael, through the gate or something, right? And they said that they took this picture in the early morning hours of June 25th, 2009, right? That can't be nobody but Michael. Look at the posture. Look at the gait. That's how Michael kind of walked, right? And the ponytail. Nobody there had a ponytail like that, right? And look at the light skin. All the security guards were dark skinned, and none of them had ponytails. This is Michael Jackson, right? So I had ignored it. At least that's my opinion, right? That's my opinion. That's an opinion. That's not a fact. Looks like Michael to me, right? Because of the posture and everything. Now, they said that they took that in the early morning hours of June 25th, 2009, right? But Michael's supposed to be in bed. Michael's supposed to can't sleep. Michael's supposed to be hooked up to a propofol machine. Michael's supposed, not a machine, but hooked up to an IV, right? An IV that was dripping propofol through a saline bag, when propofol bottles have a little plastic tab that you just lift and you hang it, right? Right? I mean, the whole Michael Jackson is dead narrative is preposterous once you pick it apart. It becomes preposterous, right? So I'm thinking maybe that is Michael, right? That maybe that is Michael, doing what he got to do to prepare to get ready to escape, because that's what he did. Just like the song and the album released in 2013, Michael Escape, right? So he had to be outside, but he didn't know that somebody captured that, right? And they posted it. So I don't know if it's on that day, the day before, or whatever, but he got on blue. And I'm sorry, this looks like everything about this image is Michael Jackson. Look at the posture. I'm just saying. So somebody brought that up and sent it to me. So thank you for reminding me of that. That's very, very old. But that was released soon after the death announcement. Okay. In probably June or July 2009. Okay. But anyway, so I just wanted to go through that because I wanted to relive it. Now, let's talk about Brand. Oh, first, congratulations to Jafar and Coleman Domingo. All right. So, Jafar had won Best Actor, Astra Movie Awards mid-season winner. That's one, Best Actor. And Best Supporting Actor, Coleman Domingo. And Coleman is no E. Okay, I've been spelling it wrong. He played Papa Joe, and he is also a winner. All right, so congratulations. Now, I want to talk about this because Brandon and I had communications about this.
This is my word for the day.
Hold on.
Alright, so I guess this is my word for the day. One thing I do enjoy is seeing like friends, associated families, succeed. There's nothing more I like than that. Especially people that, applaud for me in the same way. But, one of the most important things I think is to know when to step back and celebrate from afar. When there's times where your applause or your support gets in the way more than, being seen as no support by others and or what have you. So, some support is meant for behind the scenes, some support is meant for public, but long story short, I just want to say that I do genuinely love seeing everybody succeed, and I look forward to next.
Okay, so that's Brandon. All right, so let me do this. All right, so I had sent him, because to me, the way that I interpreted it was that he was feeling some kind of way about other people succeeding and how he is genuinely happy for them, but he has to step back and he has to support from afar, and he has to just be supportive behind the scenes. It's not for him to be publicly out there. Now, he posted this the day after, I think it was the day after the BET Awards. Okay. What is he talking about? He was being very vague, right? Very, very vague. What are you talking about, right? The whole world is watching the success of the Michael movie. The whole world is seeing love being expressed, and gratitude and appreciation and honor for Jafar, right? For Jafar, who is his cousin, okay? Because I believe in everything that I know, and I know a lot, that this is Michael's biological son, and it is the Billie Jean son that he was talking about in the song Billie Jean. Okay, I still have to update Alive 4. Now, let me tell you guys the problems that I have with my documentary making. The problems that I have is I have to earn a living. Okay, I have to earn a living. It's very expensive to live in California. I run a store. The store bills have to be paid. My own household bills have to be paid. So I have to earn money. So with the Michael documentary, it takes a lot of time to get it right. And Cecil had, and I did my part, and my part was ready, but Cecil had some technical difficulties. So we've had to, take 10 steps back just to move forward. So we're still working on it. We worked on it, 20, 30 hours over Monday and Tuesday. Cecil has to earn a living. He has bills that have to be paid too. So we have to go out and work. So we won't be able to work on it again until next Monday, Tuesday. It's in good shape, but it's just not ready. And I don't know when it's going to be ready. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Now let's get back to Brandon real quick. So I felt a certain kind of way, right? Because I felt like Brandon was being overlooked, and I feel like his feelings were being hurt. Okay. And with me feeling that way, I wrote to him. Okay, I wrote to him. Okay, let's see. I wrote to him and he answered back because, you know, me and Brandon know each other, right? And we like each other. And my interviews with him and my coverage of him is my highest view videos. It's over 1 million views. One of them has over 500,000 views, right? So anyway, so Brandon and I, let me try to get there. Let me do B. Howard. Oh, here we go. All right. So I'm not going to show you everything that we talked about, but I'm going to paraphrase. Okay. So I had sent him a, oh, it's not here. Where is it, Brandon? Where is it? Well, we talked. So I have it somewhere. I saved it. I think it's in my phone. Okay. But anyway, so he's saying, so I was kind of like, you're only human. I know you probably heard you're watching everybody else shine and you're not shining as brightly as Jafar, for example. You know, and it's only human to feel that. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying that he feels anything slight against him or anything negative or anything like that. But Brandon works hard at his music. And Brandon is the true heir of Michael Jackson. And I think that sometimes that'll get to you when you have to live a lie. Okay? Sometimes that can get to you, right? Especially when you watch other people, you know, get all their shine and you're shining, but you're not shining like that right now, right? So he was telling me, no, that's not true. That's not what he meant. That's what he's sending to me. But meanwhile, before he contacted me, I thought Brandon was emotionally hurting, right? And being righteous and doing the right thing. This is my interpretation. Okay. So I sent Peter Michael Bobby a message saying, hurt people, like be careful, hurt people. So I'm wondering if he had a chat with Brandon and had to clear it up. I'm just wondering. I'm not sure. Okay. But sometimes you do, you know, you get tired of the games and you get tired of stuff. And Brandon is only human, right? He is the true heir, but he sees Paris, Prince, and Blanket all being celebrated as Michael's true kids. And, you know, and he's just in the background thought of as a liar, as somebody who's fantasizing that he's Michael's child. You know, I've looked it up every which way possible. Okay. And Brandon fits Michael every which way. Okay. So Brandon's saying that that's not true. I'm misinterpreting it. And he's meaning other things. And he's in Hong Kong. He was in Hong Kong a couple of days ago. All right. So I just wanted to give you that he was denying what I was interpreting at what he said. He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, you said that you have to, you know, support from afar. You know, kind of like you're at the back of the bus and you don't like being at the back of the bus. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to clarify that he did communicate with me about that. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. But that video, you know, it touched my heart because I am a big Brandon supporter. And I like that Michael Jackson's DNA is living amongst other people. I like that Michael can, you know, have sex with a woman and ejaculate inside of her and made a baby. Because people think he's asexual or that he likes little boys, you know. So there's a lot of reasons why I support Brandon as Michael's child. Plus the facts are all there. All the facts are there. Timing, the way he looks, the way he talks, his connections with the family, everything matches. Everything. Okay. Mickey Howard was living at the house at the time. Hold on. Mickey Howard was living at the house at the time. We know that the pretend dad, Augie Johnson, was there as well because he was background singer on Off the Wall. Michael and Her Thriller album. He has 3 songs dedicated to Mickey Howard. Billie Jean, her favorite artist was Billie Holiday, and Billie's Jeans was jeans that Michael was going to market. I already went over all that. Want to be starting something. Billie Jean's always talking when nobody else is talking. Telling lies, rubbing shoulders. She called her mouth the motor. Mickey Howard said she signed an NDA. Okay, so that matches with Wanna Be Starting Something. Also, Baby Be Mine. He's telling you straight up, the baby be mine. Lie became the truth, didn't it, Michael? Okay, this is plus more. Okay, Michael wanted the streets of the Billie Jean video to be replica of the streets of Chicago. Mickey's from Chicago. She was more like a beauty queen. Mickey participated in teen beauty contests. It's just, everything just freaking matches. Okay, she had access. She lived there. Her and Michael are within a year apart. There's no way that any black woman on earth, in the United States of America, did not grow up to want to marry one of those Jacksons. I'm telling you, I lived the Jackson 5 mania. I lived it. Okay, that's how it was. And when Michael grew up and he did Off the Wall and then Thriller, oh my God, we were so proud of him. Okay, so proud of him. And we were so proud of the image that the Jacksons had. So, Michael, they did crisis management, I believe. Augie said he'd be the pretend dad. They hooked those up. Mickey and Augie ended up having a child, Nicholas. Nicholas Johnson looks nothing like Brandon. Okay, nothing. Even the head size is, let's look it up real quick. Okay, Brandon Howard with his brother Nicholas Johnson. Okay, Nicholas Johnson. Images. Okay, images. Okay, where is Nicholas and before things would come up so easy, and now it's just like, what the heck? Okay, where is Nicholas Johnson? Yeah, where is Nicholas and Brandon? There's photos. Okay, let me go here. I don't know why things are so hard. Whenever I'm looking, everything gets so hard. Nicholas Johnson, Mickey Howard. Let's see, Mickey Howard, Brandon Howard. Let's see what I have here. I have it. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to go all deep into this, but I have it. Okay, so Brandon, I have him with Augie. I have him with the Jackson brothers. You guys are like, well, show me, Pearl. Okay, let me show you. Okay, there's Brandon with all the Jacksons. There's Brandon with Reeby's son, Augie. There's Brandon with that DNA test that was inconclusive with Corey Feldman, in which Michael sabotaged it. There's Brandon. Oh, here's Brandon with Deals. Brandon with Jackie's son, Deals. There's little Brandon with his mama. Okay, with his mother, Mickey. Let's see what else I have. I'm sorry. See what else I have. I don't want to show I don't want anything to. Yes. Here is Brandon and oh, happy birthday, Ziggy. His birthday was a couple of days ago. Happy birthday, Ziggy, and I hope you're doing okay. I'm so sorry about you and the loss of your wife. You're probably still devastated. You loved her so much. Okay, so where is a picture of Nicholas? Here's the picture of Mickey that Michael drew. Okay. There's Brandon and Corey Feldman. Let's see what else. I might as well, if I'm not looking at it, I might as well have this here. Might as well have those in the background. Okay, let's see. Nicholas. Okay, Brandon is in this video with Jackie. It's a video, but he's there. Okay, with Jackie. Here's Mickey Howard. Okay, there's Mickey. Okay, so where is Brandon with his brother Nicholas? This one I just posted. There's Brandon and Deals. Okay. Let's see. There's Brandon and Giovanni's daughter, because Brandon and Giovanni is Joe's child. Let's see what else I have. Oh yeah, this is the picture Michael that looks just like her. Here it is, that Michael drew. Somebody said that's Latoya. It's absurd. It's absurd. Don't listen to haters. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Let's see what else I have. When I interviewed Brandon, there's me. I interviewed Brandon. You guys can watch it. Do I have one of Nicholas? I don't have no pictures of Brandon and Nicholas. I don't have any Brandon and Nicholas. It's got to be here. Why is everything so hard? Brandon Howard with his brother Nicholas. Okay. Let's do Mickey Howard with her children. Let's see. Mickey Howard with her children. Okay, here we go. Where's Nicholas? Why is Nicholas hiding? I don't care. Here is Mickey with Papa Joe. Okay. And no, Brandon is not Joe's child. Please stop the ridiculousness. There ain't no way that Mickey's going to want to have sex with a 50-year-old man when 19, 20-year-old Michael is in the house. It's impossible. 50-year-old married, and the Jacksons still love her to this day. Okay. The Jacksons still love Mickey to this day. It's Brandon's child. It's Michael's child. Okay, so where is Nicholas? What the hell? It's like somebody sabotaging. Oh, here's Nicholas. Okay, here's Nicholas. But I wanted him with Brandon so you could see the difference. I found a picture of Nicholas, though. Okay, here's Nicholas. Okay. There's Nicholas. He doesn't look nothing like Brandon. Okay, that's Nicholas. Okay. He looks like his father, Augie. Okay. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so that's enough. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm on live. I'll have to read your message later. Okay, I'll have to read it later. Okay. So then we got the answer about Janet and Tupac. I think it doubled as 2 clues. Okay. Tiana Taylor, Tiana Taylor. She's an actress. She's a singer. She was getting an icon award. I thought it was kind of premature. She's kind of not quite an icon, but she's an upcoming rising star. But anyway, she likes Tupac. And at the BET Awards, Janet was, like doing an outfit to kind of, show her appreciation of Tupac. And that's how come Janet was wearing the Tupac. But I think the reason why Janet agreed to it, because she got to do a Death Host clue too. So that's the back of the Janet Tupac outfit that we went over already. Okay. All right. So let's do Jermaine. This one's good. I love this. Okay. Jermaine was being sued by a woman. And her name was Rita Butler Barrett. And in 2023, she claimed that Jermaine violently raped her. Okay. Back in 1988. In 1988. Okay. To 35 years. Okay. 88, 98, 08, 18, 35 years prior. She gonna decide to sue in 2023. Come on. This is all absurd. Okay. And I'm sorry. Jermaine has enough PU ampersand Y that he can't even satisfy all the women. Yes, Jermaine, a lot of girls like Jermaine. Michael was the number 1. Jermaine was the number 2. Most like Jackson. Okay. I don't believe that Jermaine, because I think at the 88, I think I went over this, that he was already between Margaret Maldonado, who was the maid, and, my son's calling. I'm going to have to call him back. Okay. So, he's probably going to figure it out. Okay. He's at the store. Okay. So, anyway, she's saying Jermaine came in there and raped her, blah, blah, blah. Jermaine ignored the lawsuit, right? And it was reported like a couple months ago, a month or so ago, that she won her lawsuit. She won the judgment because, for default, because Jermaine never showed up, right? So it was $6.5 million, right? So, of course, now you got Jermaine's attention, $6.5 million. Oh, now you want to know about it, right? I believe it was bogus, but I wasn't there, but that's my belief. That's my opinion. And if you've lived 35 years with that happening, what the hell, right? I'm just saying. So anyway, Jermaine was supposed to owe this woman $6.5 million, right? And certain fans were like, Jafar, don't let your dad have the money. Why wouldn't he? I mean, it's his dad. God dang. But anyway, it's none of our business. But anyway, but I get in everybody's business. So anyway, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, but it was voided. Okay. The judgment was voided. And the reason why it was voided is a very important reason that we all should care about, right? Because the wrong name on legal documents matter. Now, if I am filling out my own legal document and I use the wrong name, that's me. That's me, right? That's on me, right? But somebody else that's claiming something on me, must use the real true name and the spelling. And I went over that many, many times. So in 2013, Jermaine had changed his name. I remember I lived through it. Instead of Jermaine JacksUn, S-O-N, he decided to change it to JacksUn, S-U-N, right? And because of that U instead of the O instead of the U, or the U, a U, she put an O when it should have been a U. Right? It got tossed out. Voided. That judgment is voided because of the wrong name. The wrong spelling of the name. She got the name right, but she got the spelling wrong. And she published it in California when Jermaine was in Dubai. So she didn't do her due diligence to know his name and how to spell it. And they didn't do the due diligence on how they publicly served him. Jermaine, all you had to do was Google or just do a little research and find out that he lived in Dubai. Now, he could say, I came back because, all the hoopla over my son in the Michael movie. Yes. So now, people paying more attention. I'm paying more attention. Right? So that's why. So now it's voided. The verdict is voided. Now, did she miss the deadline? Because I remember you only got so many years to file for sexual abuse. And 35 years is a lot of years. So I don't know if she gets to refile or what. I have no idea what the statute of limitations says. But the reason why this is important for us, because a lot of fans say Joe and Joseph don't matter. Yeah, they do. Joe and Joseph matters. Joe has 3 letters. Joseph has twice as many, has 6 letters. There's a big difference. And Joe is not the nickname. Okay, for Joseph, because Joe is the nickname for Joseph. Joe is the real name. The nickname for Joe is not Joseph. That's the formal name. He is not the formal name of Joseph. He is Michael Joe Jackson is his real name. And the coroner lied about how he named and identified the dead body, which he said was via a driver's license. And there is no driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. Okay? So, and we know in the 2005 verdict, 4 years prior, that the defendant's name was the Penal Code section alleged victim, Michael Joseph Jackson. That's the Conrad Murray tape. Alleged date, June 25th, 2009. So who are they talking about in the Conrad Murray verdict? Now, the 2005 trial, which was the People versus Michael Joe Jackson, right? She says in the verdict, Michael Joe Jackson. TMZ released a driver's license. Michael's most current driver's license is in the name of Michael Joe Jackson. The one that was valid at the time of the death announcement was the name Michael Joe Jackson. The coroner is straight out caught lying about that. Now, you want to know why he lied? Because it's all a hoax. It's called an inherent defect. So once something at the very onset of the issue is wrong, everything else must be reinvestigated and must be evaluated, must be verified. It doesn't change who the body is, but it changes that that death certificate can be voided, because that is not his name. And according to the bylaws of the Department of Public Health and the laws of the state of California, you must use their true full name on the death record. No AKAs or no assumed names can be entered on the death record. So it matters. An O and a U matters. Okay? Joe and Joseph matters. Those are two different names. Janet Demita Joe Jackson is her name. You can't make it Janet Demita Josephine because you want to. Jackson, that is not her name. Michael's name is Michael Joe Jackson. So I am so glad that we got to see something. Here we go. TMZ reported on it. $6.5 million default judgment in rape case tossed. It's voided. Okay. And it tells you here. Here's the thing. Let's see. It tells you because of Jackson. Okay. He said he was sued as Jermaine Jackson, S-O-N, but told the court he legally changed his name way back in 2013 to Jermaine LaPon Jackson, S-U-N. Okay. So that, the failure to use Jackson's true legal name is fatal, compounded by Plainton's decision to publish in Los Angeles while JacksUn was apparently living overseas. Okay, the ruling continued. The court recognizes the difficulties in locating defendants living abroad. However, choosing to publish in Los Angeles after receiving notice that JacksUn, S-U-N, was living abroad and doing so with an incorrect name leaves no choice but to void the default judgment. The judge gave Jermaine 10 days to respond to the complaint. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now Jermaine still has to respond. Okay, but the $6 million judgment, tossed, gone. Because the wrong name, you can't put the wrong name on legal documents because it ain't Jermaine. Making that legal document is somebody else. Okay, so now we got the importance. We get it all the time, but we got that importance. So that was kind of exciting when I saw that. That was exciting. All right, so the next thing that we're going to look at is, we're going to just kind of have fun with this. More stupidity with the ambulance photo. Just more stupidity. Look at this one. This is ABC, at least their logo's on this, right? ABC, the logo's on it. This one shows a top lip and a bottom lip. So how the hell is the endotracheal tube going in the mouth? It's supposed to go, here it is showing in a chin. It's going to the chin. And here's the original photo. Okay. It just shows the top of the lip, but it's straight. It's not oval. And then we still got this going into a non-existent chin. And then people saying, I work in the medical field. That's right. No, it ain't. That ain't right. How is it going in the chin? Michael's mouth ain't open way down here. And if it was stretched like that, we wouldn't see the full flat lip. Okay. And then let's look some more. Where the hell is the neck at? That's why it looked like a neck brace is on. That's the strap to this contraption here. I don't get it. Where's the neck at? Where is the neck? And does the neck go all the way here? Look, they show it here. The neck goes all the way from here, all the way down. All the way down there is the neck. The neck ain't that big. And where's the shoulder part of the neck? This looks like one piece. This photo is photoshopped. It's fake. Okay, and you want to know how it's faked? And I prove all three. The ambulance photo's fake. The hospital photo's fake, especially when it's covering up his dark fingernails, right? Then in the hospital photo, the fingernails are tucked, right? I'm telling you, it's all fake. Okay, and the neck is way too long. Okay, then there's the corner photo. That's all wrong too. That's all wrong, and I show you all the photos where they come from. So be sure to watch the Alive docuseries at michaeljacksoninsider.com. Okay, so just more silliness. Now I found this very interesting. All right, we know about the Casios, right? They claimed to be Michael's second family, and they supported Michael for decades. Michael never molested, never. He would never hurt a child. He'd never do anything like that. Never. Wrote a book about it. Went on TV shows and did all kind of stuff. Never. All right. Well, Eddie Casio, there was five Casio children. Okay. Frank and Michael were the closest, right? Frank is the one that wrote the book, My Friend Michael, right? Now he's claiming molestation, but it was Eddie Casio that Michael did the music with, and a guy named James Porte, who happens to be a black guy, I think, that ended up marrying his sister, Marie Nicole. Okay, Casio, but she's Porte now. All right, they worked on songs, and there's the 3 infamous songs on the Michael album, right? Monster, Keep Your Head Up, and Breaking News, right? So those 3 songs, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go real soon because I get dressed to leave, and while I'm dressed and I got makeup on, I'm like, oh, I should go live, right? All right. So anyway, those 3 songs in question, right? And but anyway, we know about the lies of the Casios, and they're lying and blah 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 blah, right? I've already went over that many times, but I did not know this. Okay, somebody had sent me a link to this girl's video. And in it, she says that this guy on medium.com, his name is Dan Karate, right? He knew okay, let me just give a little background. You can go on medium.com and you can look him up. He wrote 2 articles, maybe more, but I saw 2. So one article, he's giving like a autobiography of his friendship with the Casios, and how he knew Michael, and how him and the Casios were really close, and the whole time that they were saying Michael never molested them, and they just praised him. And he talks about there's footage where the mother, Connie, is saying, you guys must give Michael a massage. Michael's like, nah, I don't want all them kids touching me like that. So were they setting him up? But anyway, he talks about that. He talks about how he was around the Casios and how close he was, and how he helped do all kinds of things with the music, with Eddie and all this stuff. So this guy is a tight friend with the Casios and got to know Michael through them. All right. So he writes about the 3 songs, and he says that 2 days after Michael was announced dead, Eddie ran to get the songs copywritten. So the songs were already produced before the death announcement? Now, why on earth would Eddie Casio hire Jason Malachi to record these songs pre-death announcement? There's no reason, right? And it's unreasonable to believe 2 days that they wrote and they produced these songs and Jason sang them and they were able to copyright them within the 2 days. I think that's unreasonable. Okay. He says, what about the fake Michael music? Okay, only 2 days after Michael died, while his family, friends, and fans were all mourning, Eddie Casio raced to the copyright office with songs he produced claiming they featured Michael's vocals. The songs were eventually placed on the posthumous Michael album. Fans immediately recognized the vocals were in fact not Michael's, filed a class action lawsuit, and the songs had been removed from the album from the streaming services. Why did Eddie wait until Michael died to copyright the songs? That's a good question. But then did so immediately following his death. And why did he try to dupe the world into believing these songs were authentic Michael Jackson songs? Much like their despicable accusations, my best guess is he did it for the money, but I'd like to hear him explain. I think it's unreasonable within 2 days for one impersonator to learn 3 songs and put them on vocal tracks and have them ready enough in 2 days to send them to the copyright office, right? Especially with the shock of their friend just dying, right? Especially mourning that, right? Because everybody's shocked, right? Even the Casio should have been damn sure enough shocked and all that in order to put that aside, because they were really close to Michael and they loved him. They knew Michael for decades, right? I'm wondering about the authenticity of the songs, or this is what I always believed about the songs. This is what I always believed about the songs. That it was a ruse that Michael was a part of. Okay, because the estate firmly was on the side of the Casios during the whole lawsuit of the supposed fake songs. Okay, I think that with Michael's permission, maybe Jason Malachi sung those songs, or maybe Michael did. I don't know. But in 2 days, it's unreasonable to think that they could have put together those songs and had Jason Malachi come to their house and in 2 days send it to the copyright office. I think that's 3 songs, not just 1, 3. And they're sung pretty well, right? Even, because they had to be good enough for the Michael album. So, but then when I went to the copyright office to look up when these songs were copywritten, the end of December 2010, okay, 2023, 2021. Here, I think I have them. I think I saved them. Let's see. Copyright. Let me see. Nope. Hold on. I have them. I have it. I have it here. Desktop. Okay. Let's go. Copyright. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I went to the copyright office and I'm like, really? So, Hold My Hand, Hollywood Tonight, Monster. December 17, 2011. Breaking News, October 17th. Yeah, both of these, October 17, 2011. These are the 2, there's 2 of them, right? My Jack Music, okay? That's not 2 days after the death announcement in 2009, right? Okay. Now, you're supposed unless he may copyright the lyrics, I don't know, copyright the lyrics. Here's, which one is this one? This one is Breaking News. Hold on. This one is, and the other one I looked up too, but they weren't copywritten in 2009. Okay, that's not according to the Copyright Office. So I don't know so I sent a message to the damn guy. And I was like, please explain to me how these songs were copywritten. I believe Michael wanted people to buy the album. And so people are like, is that Michael? Isn't it Michael? Is it Michael? Isn't it Michael? And it would enhance record sales. Okay, the curiosity would spur people to buy the album, to say, is it Michael or isn't it Michael? That's my opinion. Okay, my opinion. But this case never made it to trial. Okay, they've settled, and I don't think any money changed hands, and the state decided, we're just, after years, and just decided, we'll just take the 3 songs off the streaming services. But they're still under Michael's name, and they're still they're still registered as if Michael was still singing the vocals performed by. Okay, because we can go to the U.S. Copyright Office. Okay, let's see. Breaking News, Warner released. Now they're coming up. Okay, let's look at something. Breaking News. Yeah, James Porte. Application. And here it is right here. I'll just show you guys more. Okay, this one is for Breaking News. Keep your head up. Keep your head up in Breaking News. Michael recorded by Michael Jackson for Epic Records. They ain't changed it. Appears in Michael recorded by Michael Jackson for Epic Records. It's still there. Date of publication, date of creation 2010, but he said 2009, 2 days after the death announcement. Here's the 10/17/2011 registration date. So the creation of the copyright was 2010. The date of publication was 4 days after the Michael album was released, December 14, 2010, when it came out December 10th, 2010. And we know My Jack Music. We know all this. And then we have Michael Jackson, Edward Casio, James Porte, Michael Music, and Warner Tamblyn Publishing Corp. They are the ones that manage the Sony ATV catalog and the My Jack catalog, okay? Or at least the My Jack in this case. So I don't know what this guy is talking about 2 days after. I'd like to get some clarification of that, please. So if you guys know any information, please let me know. All right. So I thought that was kind of interesting. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So
a big day.
Okay, there we go. I think
day,
that's
no matter
it.
if death holds death, it was a big damn day.
Okay, so that's it, guys. So anyway, until next time, make sure you watch the Alive docuseries. It really is shocking and it's so good. And the great thing about the Alive docuseries is I have chronicled what happened. It's chronicled, and each documentary has a date that I published it, right? 2011, the first Alive, 2016, the second Alive, 2017, the third Alive, 2020 was the fourth Alive, and I'm still trying to get the fifth Alive done. Okay, guys? So I'm still working on it, but meanwhile, order your Michael Jackson, Michael Joe, shea butter. It's Michael Jackson's fragrance, but anyway, go to Stays All Day Shea and watch the Alive docuseries. I promise you, your mind will be shocked at everything you missed. All right, love you all. Oh, I gotta go. Let me see. I believe that the first copyright registered was before, and were registered James Porte's voice. Oh, it was. Oh, how you know that? How do you know that, Carol Montebello? Okay, it was James Porte's voice. So, how do you know that? Thank you. After the death announcement, they want to give songwriting credits to Michael on the song. How do you know that, Carol? Oh, that's good information. All right, so the haters in here, as if everybody here has not seen your hater post. You're just such a lonely individual. You just want to be a part of me so bad. Damn. Okay, everybody here has seen you post stuff that Pearl ain't right. Who ain't seen it? You post it and you constantly are harassing me all the time. You're causing me stress. Damn. Get your own life. Move on. Sheesh. Yeah, dang. Every time I always gotta, go here, delete, Everybody here has seen that you think I'm a liar and I'm a fraud. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. You're just doing it to annoy me and just to kind of be a part of something. You're just, god damn. All right, but anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.